right?
Yeah.
You will get help. The problem is that there's a lot of people abusing it, especially the refugees at the moment, because they come for the money. They don't come for because, well, some of them are in trouble in their home countries, but they stay there and they are on welfare for the rest of their lives.
Right.
And the taxpayers in Denmark have a really rough life, especially if you make a little bit of money. Sometimes you pay 70%, and when you finish paying 70%, it's 25% VA fucking T on everything.
Wow. That's almost 100%.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's
I have a
insane.
friend in Argentina. He tells me the same thing. He's like, our taxes are he pays about 60% for the socialist programs.
And you know, we have free healthcare, we have free education, and it's all good. It just doesn't fucking work very well. I mean,
is that why you left Denmark?
I mean, I was in the social system, and they control everything. They check everything, because they're so used to people cheating them.
Right.
That everything is about control. You know, I'd get a letter that I had to go for a meeting. It's 2 pages, and it says like you have to go on to a meeting at this and this hour, like, you know, 2 lines, and the rest of the letter, 2 pages, is what's going to happen to me if I don't do it. And I'm like, hey, listen, I was director for 20 years. If you call me for a meeting, I'm going to fucking show up.
Right.
Yeah, but we have to do all of this, and you know, the control they take over your life when you're used to taking care of yourself. I always took care of myself. It's ridiculous. And they will always threaten you with, if you don't do what we tell you, you're going to go on a lower amount of welfare, which would mean that I lost my house. It's, you know, the system doesn't work. It is a good system if it's not abused.
Right.
The problem is that it is in many ways abused, and because it was abused, that means that the control for the people is much bigger.
Right.
So you should take a little bit from. It's like the government takes over responsibility for common sense amongst people.
Right.
Right. So if you have a problem, it's the government. I'm used to solving my own problems. I don't need the government to fix my problems. I'm used to doing that myself. But a lot of people will have, it's the government. Government needs to fix this. I don't have a job. Government needs to fix that. What you can take care of yourself is gone.
Right.
It's gone. And I don't like that.
Show me what would put you in jail in Denmark.
This would put me in jail in Denmark. That's a mandatory 7 days in jail.
Just for having
a pocket knife.
Like
because it's one hand operated.
Because like a good Boy Scout always has a pocket knife. And that would get you 7 days in jail.
You know what? I had to stop wearing my Spyderco's because it would put me in jail. I love Spyderco's. I think they make amazing knives, and it's a collection thing for me. It's not really to be armed or anything. It's just practical with a fucking knife.
Yeah.
Put me in jail.
Wow.
If you own a handgun in Denmark, illegal.
Right.
You don't even have to carry it. Just have to be in a safe. You know, you can do, you know, responsible gun ownership. The gun is here, the ammunition is in a different place, all that stuff. Mandatory 1 year in jail, even if you haven't done anything with it. Mandatory 1 year in jail.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's the bad guys that just dictates what normal people can do. It shouldn't be like that. It should be like, I'm a responsible person. I can do whatever I fucking want. I mean, get me right.
Within reason.
Within reason, get me right. But because nasty people don't do it, then there's certain things I cannot do.
Right.
Right?
It's like the big push in our country to...
The problem is that we have never had so strict gun laws in Denmark as we have now. It's never been as strict as it is now. And we never had so many shootings because the gang members don't give a shit.
Right.
They don't care if they get a year in jail. They don't give a fuck. And they can get the guns. The guns are there.
Yeah. I was going to say that there's a big push in America right now to get rid of legal gun ownership.
It's not going to change anything.
Yeah, I know. That's what we tell them.
It's not going to change anything because the bad guys are always going to have the guns anyway.
Yeah. Well,
I understand that you have all these automatic weapons and you know you can put yourself in a hotel and start killing a hell of a lot of people. But I think that if you're insane enough in your head to do that without a reason or whatever, if you don't have access to the guns, you would hijack a gas tanker or whatever, and you will drive that and set it afire, and you'll kill just as many people.
Airplanes or a Ryder truck or poison.
I mean,
or with the
thing is that if you don't have access to the guns and you want to kill a hell of a lot of people, there's many ways you can do it.
Yeah.
You can poison the water supply or whatever. I mean, what I can come up with. Guns is an easy solution. And the fact that you don't have them is not going to change anything.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Well,
anyway.
no, you know what? I really appreciate your opinion. Thank you for sharing.
That's fine. I mean,
appreciate it.
I also know Americans that think I'm crazy, but in Denmark, you're an absolute lunatic and a Nazi and a fascist and fucking hell. Yeah.
Well, I don't think you're crazy at all.
No, neither do I. Thank you.